Welcome to the Maritime Startup Ecosystem Interviews, a series we created to give even more exposure to startups from the Maritime Startup Ecosystem Network. Today, I'm here with Ivan Ladan of Marine Digital. Marine Digital created a machine learning AI-based fuel optimization platform, which allows reducing fleet fuel consumption by 5 to 12%, and also saving the atmosphere from 600 tons of CO2 emissions per year per vessel. Really interesting. So let's hear from Ivan. Welcome, Ivan. Welcome.
Yeah. Hello.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being with us today. So
thank you so much,
Ivan. So last time we spoke, just before COVID, well, at the beginning of COVID, you're based in Riga, Latvia. Now I understand that you are somewhere else. So tell us something about your company, about yourself. Where are you based, and what the company does?
So initially, the project of Marine Digital had a headquarters in Latvia. It's Eastern Europe and in Riga. And since perhaps July, we have started the relocation process to northern Germany because we found several important opportunities there. I mean that the local market is a little bit bigger, and we also found some important investments that allows us to scale the development and to establish new connection with the clients, to start new pilot projects, and etc. So actually, at the moment, I'm in Lübeck. You can see a lot of these beautiful sites behind me.
Background, yeah. Usually people have this background that is static, and it is the fake Zoom background. Yeah. Instead, you have a proper one. So, okay, you're based in Lübeck, but can you tell us more about the company? So what does the company do?
Yeah, so we do three things, I can say so. The first one is that we digitalize the vessels. We build a digital twin of vessels because what we found during our long-term research that about 70% of the worldwide fleet are analog vessels, and it's not possible to do any kind of ML, it's not possible to do any kind of AI projects while you don't have actually the digital twin of the vessel, while you don't have the telemetric data. And we developed the special hardware that transforms the analog vessel into the modern and almost like a fully digital vessel. We track the telemetric data, track the GPS, and etc. And afterwards, we can predict the maintenance of the equipment, and we can plan something. We can forecast something. So this is the first major point that we work with. The second one is the ML analytics of the fuel consumption. Yeah. Because as long as we understand how the vessel feels itself during the seafaring, we can predict, for example, what will happen if the weather will be like that, if the underwater current will be like that, if the water salinity will be like that. And there are a lot of different groups of factors that we are working with, searching for third-party providers with most accurate data, etc. At the end, we have the forecast with the high accuracy about the different possible routes of the navigation. And the third major point we are work with is actually the navigation and the e-chart streaming. Today, we are working on the system that called Pay As You Sail. It's, I can say it's a little bit funny story that today in 2020, the ship owner actually is under obligation to buy different parts of the map during its route.
Yeah.
So we provide the option to have all of these e-charts installed on your EGDIS equipment or on your road planner, because without this part, it's not possible to have a lot of different analytics options. So this is what we do in particular.
Yeah. So it's very interesting. So I sort of repeat to see if I understand. It's one, maintenance, forecasting with the digital twin, and digital twin again for fuel optimization in general, many different angles and variables, and then e-charts for specific like trips or trips. Yes, navigations.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay. Now, so a lot of things, a lot of interesting things for ship owners and ship operators. How is it going commercially? Do you have clients already? Are you in pilot phase? What's your stage?
Yeah, today we are in the pilot stage. In August, we have committed a couple of well-known market like industry companies. One of them is the subsidiary of Vitol Group. It's the tanker fleet and chemical fleet.
Yeah.
They own about 50 vessels.
Wow.
So today we are working on digitalization of their fleet and working on like both maintenance prediction and fuel optimization. Also, in September, we have committed the contract with the Hamburg-based company. They do even more interesting stuff. They convert marine engines into power plants. And with them, we are working on the maintenance prediction case, installing the hardware, normalizing the data from these engines, and then predicting the critical cases.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, and so these are sort of paying clients, or so yeah. Fantastic, because as a startup, you start typically with a pilot where you want to test whether it works and how it works and so on. But then when you pass to having paying clients, paying customers with like 50 vessels, you really made a step into pros.
It's not like we are working with all of the 50 vessels because it's like to work with the 50 vessels, we should be a huge company actually, because we initially took about maybe 5 or 4 of them. It's still like a huge scope because also the COVID is here and it's not easy to travel to Turkey, for example, or I don't know, to Lithuania or to Gdańsk in Poland. So it takes time. And also, the maintenance prediction contract is like initially it's a payment contract about the mutual project with this company and about the huge market of CIS region, because this company operates with around 1,000 of these power plants.
Wow!
So we got a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Not saying that you work with 50 vessels or 1,000 plants, but you're working with the companies who are managing this, and so of course, if they are happy, this has all the potential to expand. So that's great. This is fantastic. But then when you grow, all startups have this little problem that when they grow, they need funding, then they need to finance their growth. So how are you doing in this field, in the field of funding?
Yeah, first of all, in April, perhaps we have committed the investment from APX. It's a Berlin-based entity of Porsche and Axel Springer. It's early stage VC and some angel investments afterwards. Right now, at the moment, we committed the grant from the Technology Transfer Agency of Northern Germany, of Schleswig-Holstein state, and the innovation loan is in process to be committed by the end of this month. So for our maybe next half a year or some kind of 10 months, we are funded enough to finalize all the pilots and working with several funds, also from Germany, from Baltic states, to be more flexible, because the grants are all about R&D, and we also would like to test the sales representative network and etc. So R&D might be not about the hardware or the software, because in marine logistics, these markets are, I can say, conservative, and it's not obvious how, for example, new and technological products should enter these markets, how it should scale and scale worldwide. So we are both in process of establishing new client connections by receiving the grant and receiving new funds from the venture investors. So it's all around us, and within the early stage startups, it's normal chaotic stuff around.
Fantastic. So the money is all around. You just need to grab it. No, it's fantastic. You have this early stage VC, and you have a grant from some various German institutions and sources, and which allows you to grow, not only developing the product but also developing commercially, which is very important. So, well, I think it's all great. I mean, given the situation, or in spite of the situation, it's great. I'm very, very happy. I saw so many changes and progress since the last time we spoke 6 months ago. So really, congratulations.
Thank you for that.
And yeah, I think that now it's time to start working even harder to make it happen. And let's keep an eye on this company, because it's really interesting how much you managed to do in such a little time. So congratulations again, and well, thank you for having been with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Leonardo.
Thank you. Bye, Ivan.